One, it's a lead gen system where leads are going to be able to come in. There's a lot of things to it. You can also market with it. You can basically buy certain lead aspects with it. You know, for like Facebook. There's also, you know, like Google AdWords that you can purchase that are basically going to dump leads into the system. Now, same thing, if you guys are at an open house, there's another open house app that so this is what I use now, and this is basically like, this is like a sign-in sheet for kvCORE, right, for your open house. So if I put this in, you can get, you know, your open houses here. You basically just select one. So I'm going to select this one here. And it's taking a really long time, so we're not going to do that. But once it comes up, if somebody could just put their name in there, and then that way we can get kind of a live lead that we can work with. So first thing, if you're doing open houses, download this app for kvCORE. It's going to dump your leads in, and let's see if I can get here. Let me just get a lead that's not going to call. So it'll show you your leads. Now, just with that app, you know, if you're doing a open house, sometimes like you get done, by the time you're picking up your signs, it's 5 o'clock, right? Then you still have to go home and you have to follow up on all of these leads. Now, you can just assign, this will, when it goes in that open house app, it's already going to assign that lead a plan. It'll be an open house plan. So you no longer have to go in and kind of follow up with these leads. Because 3 hours after they open that app, it's going to send them a text. It's going to say, thanks for coming to my open house on blah, blah, blah. Then, 2 days later, it's going to send them another text that says, you know, would you like to look at homes? It's doing all of this, and you don't have to touch it, okay? Now, that's all great, but don't like get ahead of yourself here and go, oh, I got a database of like 250 people and this is going to be great and I'm going to dump them all into this system. Because what's going to happen is that you're going to wake up one morning and it's right here. It's going to say you have 500 calls to make today. And you're going to go, what did I just do, right? And then you're going to have to back this stuff out. So if you are start to use it, put in like a few leads. What I did is I put in a test lead for myself, and I went in and I found out that my kvCORE wasn't working. My leads were going somewhere else, like to other agents, to outer space, I don't know. And it took kvCORE a month to fix it. So when you're going through this, start baby steps. The first thing you're going to want to do is go to this agent success plan and go by step and figure out, take all these courses. Because if you ever forget something, it's all right here. So you're going to go through the instruction video, there's goals, there's things to set. Slowly you're going to work on this to get the leads driving, okay? So you have your dashboard here, you have your smart CRM. This is where all the leads go into. You're going to see, you know, lead visited 3 hours ago, 3 hours ago. What I did is I did a property boost for 2 listings that I have on Saturday just for this class so that we could see kind of like some live leads and how they do come in. So going into property boost, if you go into your marketplace here, and then we're not going to get to all this because this is like massive, but you just go into property boost. It's very simple. You could take a listing and you could boost it. Now what that does is it gives you these leads that come in from Facebook, right? This guy, shit, salon from 2 hours. Okay.
That property boost, is it free or?
No, you can run it, so like on a property boost for a week, you run it for $60. 3 weeks, they give you a discount, I think it's like $150. And then you get impressions that shows, you can also put your sellers on it, and they get like an update of kind of what's going on. You know, how many impressions, how many leads. I don't put my sellers on that because if it stinks, I don't want to own up to it, right? I'm just like, hey, this is what we did. If they do ask kind of what's going on, at least you have a track record. If you want to have free options to do that, you can put it on Craigslist. So if you go to listings here, if you notice, I put this one on Craigslist, this metalwood. But, you know, if you want leads and you want to do something that's free, you know, you call Jesse up and you say, hey Jesse, I want to, you know, would you mind if I put Crescent up on Craigslist? Jesse's going to be like, oh yeah, sure, never been up there, right? And then that's a free way. I mean, you can call all of these guys. Don't call this guy because he's probably going to say no. But
That's him.
yeah, it's me.
Yeah, but how much does it have a buyer?
Oh, it's
I'm a
700.
buyer, that's why.
It's 700.
I'm like, I have a buyer.
So you can go through all these. You can go through all of these, and that's, you know, that's a free way to go and get leads. And you just kind of just go through all these tabs. You have your smart campaigns. This is something that you want to, you know, you want to go through. And again, that success system will teach you how to do that. I've only created a few campaigns here, but you know, when somebody emails me like a CMA request, it has an 8-touch campaign that it automatically goes to. Okay.
Did you create those 8-touch yourself, or you went with what was on kvCORE?
I went with what's on kvCORE because I just wanted to learn, and then later on I will get into it more because I originally go through Top Producer, so that has a totally different kind of lead plan that it goes on. I would just pick, like, when you're starting, pick 3 lead sources that you're going to work. Whether it's like open houses, your door knocking, whatever that is, farming, just pick 3. And start to kind of figure out what is going to work with those 3. And then you're going to dig in deeper, and as you dig in, the systems are going to get better. You know, if you're door knocking on something and you meet somebody, you want to be able to get some type of info to put in here so that it's not just an address and not just a name, right? You want to be able to build, people are not going to do business with you just because you knock on the door. If they don't know you, you know, you got to kind of take them off. You know, let's kind of like on an open house, right? You get these people, you put them in here, you're going to have to give them something, right? Whether it's a CMA request or if it's homes, they can find homes wherever they are, right? You got to build some type of a relationship with them. So what I would do is if I had, let's say I got a phone call that came in on one of these numbers, right? If I have Daniel here, right? Daniel came off online. What they will do for these leads is it actually, for some of them, it matches it. I don't know how it does it, but this kvCORE is pretty smart. It will sometimes tell you like what they do for a living. It actually searches back through their info. I got this phone number from Craigslist, I'm sorry, from Facebook. So Daniel here basically just clicked on an ad on Facebook and somehow kvCORE got all their information, right? So now this is a good lead, right? We got some info here. We don't know if this is 100% correct, but the next thing I want to do when I call Daniel is I want to find out, does he own a home, right? And, you know, why did he click on this lead, or why did he click on that ad? What drove him to do that? And then I want to get his address. Because if I have his address, I have another way to put something in front of him, whether it's like a mail piece, right? We want to hit these guys on all ends. It's not just, if you just have an email, good luck. Your conversion rate is going to stink. It's going to be in a toilet. So, find out if you can, get their address. That way, if you're doing an open house on, zip code 94536, maybe before that open house, you're going to do some pop-bys. You can come in here, you can download everybody in 94536, and you can hit those on the way to the open house, right? That's another touch that you're going to have. Kind of getting in lead engine here. These are all going to be free for you. You can get landing pages, so we can just create one, right? Start building. So this is this is free, right? So you can come in here, you can make this whatever you want, right? You can make it whatever town, Walnut Creek real estate deals. Then you can, again, apply hashtags. Hashtags is basically how they sort the leads in kvCORE. Then if you add a hashtag to it, it will automatically create a plan. So that's something, again, that you don't have to do, right? It'll automatically text these people. It'll automatically, if they have for the CRM, I have it, it will actually go in and it'll say your house is worth $880,000 this month, and then next month it's worth $800,000 or $825,000, whatever that is. That automatically goes out to these leads. Whatever you build in, it's garbage in, garbage out. So put on a test lead for yourself and let this thing run, because this is what you're paying the $80 for, right? For the kvCORE. I personally, most of my lead generation is through phone calls. So I hop on a dialer, I purchase phone numbers on let's say like a just listed, and I just call. I use this, so we'll let's say we created this, right? We save it. It's only good for this one site. You take this code, and this is your site. So I also email a lot. So I'll create something like this, and it will go into an email that, this is a dialer that I have. This is how I make my phone calls. I'll show you guys how I use it and how we get the leads in. So this is, so I purchase emails along with phone numbers. You can also, this is something else that you can do if you wanted to, if you have a bunch of clients, like any of these guys, right? This is your database. You have this guy's email address, you have his telephone number. You can make these calls. And then let's say you have a listing. This is a listing that I just had. I put, to find more Fremont properties under $1 million. I have this here. If you click this link, this is a landing page that I've built through kvCORE that has all the Fremont homes under $1 million, right? So this is how it's kind of like a 1-2 punch, right? I'm calling them, I'm leaving them a message, and then I also shoot them an email. It all goes out automatic.
Ralph, what's your script when you're calling them?
So when I'm calling, so for like Lake Champlain, I say, hi, this is Ralph Hurtado with eXp Realty. The reason for my call is I just listed a home over on Lake Champlain. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I have it listed at $875,000. Just wanted to check and see, who do you know that's looking to move into your area? Nobody, right? I don't know anybody. Perfect. Appreciate your time, taking the time to think about it. Listen, we're currently sending out market reports to your neighbors, and they're loving it. I'd like to get you on that too. What's the best email address I could send it out to? They say, Ralph@gmail.com. Perfect. Then this goes out, an email like this goes out to them, right? And then I would put them, let's say, in kvCORE. kvCORE can't mail, so I don't put them in kvCORE, I put them in my top producer. First thing I do, when I do get that conversion, now for me they're a lead, I go into Paragon, I double check that they own that property, right? So another thing I do, if I have the information, I don't know if it's correct, I would say something like this. I would say, we're definitely going to keep you up to date on your home value. If there was to be a timely real estate information, what is the best mailing address I could send it to? And then I just confirm the mailing address. Same thing on an open house, right? And they go, oh, send it to 123 Main Street. Perfect, right? Now I have phone number, email address, mailing address. People change their cell phones all the time, right? So I need to have multiple ways to be able to get to these people, multiple touches. I need to be able to have a mailing. So if I send out a just listed mailer, that I do that. This one just went out. That way I'm hitting them. They get a mailer every single month. They get a telephone call twice a year. The telephone script is very easy. I call somebody twice a year. I just say, hey, this is Ralph Hurtado, eXp Realty. I'm just checking in to see if you have any real estate plans or questions in the next 6 months. And they say yes, no, maybe, right? And then I just follow up with that. I don't make it too difficult because I'm not that smart. Like if I tried to if they have like this 33 touch, Keller Williams, and they say all that, I would have on my CRM, there would be 800,000 phone calls to make because I would never make them, right? That's why I only do 2. It's easier for me. I have 500 people in my database and I can call those 500 people pretty fast. Dump them in a dialer, I hit start on my computer, and it doesn't let me hang up the phone. It just rings everybody.
kvCORE has that option also.
Yeah, so we haven't even got into that, right? That's a whole other thing. Is that kvCORE does have a dialer. You can purchase your own phone number with this, but it also allows you to basically, you click a button, it calls, you pick up the phone. Now, the kvCORE doesn't have an auto dialer, right?
Not an auto, but it just asks you, when you hang up with the last one, it'll prompt you, are you ready to call the next one? So you
Right.
actually have an option to hit yes, and then it'll just pop up the next one, yes.
Right, yeah.
So semi-auto.
Yeah, semi-auto, and that's good. I mean, because this, keep in mind, that is just a lead follow-up, right? We're not talking about lead gen. Like, when I'm doing that, I have the headset on, and it just rings. It shuts down, and it rings the other number. It can actually ring 3 numbers at one time.
That's overkill.
Well, it
No,
gets done faster.
It gets
Yeah.
done because it's forcing you, because you literally have your headset on.
What if 2 people pick up at the same time? That's what
So,
I'm worried about.
if you have 2 people pick up at the same time, I have a message that says, hello, sorry I have a bad connection, I'll call you right back. And then the system automatically, once that I'm done with that next call,
gives
it
us-
calls that person and
That's
it
not
notifies,
good.
yeah, it notifies me that it's a callback, right? So that's how we do that. But getting back to kvCORE, just start tinkering with it. You can buy your own smart number. This is the default number that we have right now. I think all of California has this number. And somehow it knows when you make a call because people will call you back and it'll ring your cell, whatever number you plug in here. I have a voice over IP number because I have a virtual assistant that will make some of these calls. So she's in the Philippines, but she can basically call the voice over IP number, and then she puts in notes, and sometimes I have to call.
And you give her the script to call to.
Yeah, I give her the script, and she's better at it than me. So I mean, she calls and she says, "Hi, this is Leslie, calling on behalf of Ralph Hurtado with the eXp Realty. Noticed you clicked on the reason for my call, right? Is you clicked on a Facebook ad for a home on 968 Folsom Avenue. just wanted to check, do you have an urgent need to, purchase real estate? No, I was just looking around. Okay, perfect. We have your, we go right back to, we're sending market reports to your neighbors and they're loving it. Like to get that on too. Is the, let's see, is the gmail.com the best mailing address to put you that, or email to help you out with that? Great. If there's a timely real estate information, what is the best mailing address? And we put that in. And now we have an actual live lead in our system. That's how I do it, and it's pretty easy. Is there anything else, besides, we could talk about this forever, but I want you guys to at least have something to work on. So what questions do we have that?
I'm coming in kind of late to this, but did you already go over, I guess, the automatic market updates or the listings sent to them? That you can set up in there?
So the easiest way to do it is to learn it is to put yourself as a lead, right? Put yourself as a buyer lead, seller's lead, put your email in so that you get these. This thing is really smart. So it will automatically send your leads listings in certain criterias, right? If they go dormant on you and then they click on, say, a listing that the system emailed them, it will notify you, so it'll reactivate them. And then it's another live lead. They can go dormant for months, right? We never know when these guys are going to be ready, right? We never know it's going to be their 12 o'clock when they're buying, ready to purchase. So you just want to stay in front of them. Again, be careful with how many people you dump in here until you know the system, because the train will run away. And then, also, with the emails, I try to be very light on emails, just because I don't want to just bombard them with stuff. I was at open houses, so I actually haven't logged into the system since today, but so this person opted out of everything. But obviously 6 days ago you could see that they're still kind of coming back. And it,
And the cool thing is you can tell if they're opening it from their web, the desktop or the mobile. So someone who's opening it a lot from the mobile, I actually like to text them too, because then they're going to most likely see your text and respond if the phone number is correct.
Yeah, and you can text from this also. So like I said, there's multiple different avenues. You can send a text, you can, you add a note, you can send an email, you can call, directly from this. What I want to do is, I want to call some leads.
Let's do it.
Yeah, okay.
You guys are lucky. We're getting this live.
So
this is going to connect it with that number, and then it's going to call you first, and then it's going to finish connecting it with them, right?
No.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so I think this is going to ring my cell. I usually take these from home, so I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to see. Oh, I'm going to read it. Oh, yeah, that's going to ring. I think.
Hello,
Hello?
is this Ross?
Yes, this is Ralph.
This is Will Butler.
Hi, Will. How are you?
I'm good. Good. I thought I'd get back in touch with you. Do you want to have coffee or just talk for 30 minutes or 40 minutes?
Yeah, I'm stepping into a meeting. Can I give you a call right back?
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Perfect. Thanks, Will.
Okay, take care. Good
Bye.
luck. Bye-bye.
I thought that was it. And there was a
Kind of
call
lead,
coming
that was
in.
an easy lead.
I was
Let's
like,
sit down.
wow.
Wait for you, bro.
I'm like, yeah.
I was like, wow. That's amazing.
And the lead invited you to coffee.
We're sitting down to have coffee. I'm like,
That's the time to lead out like me.
yeah.
Did you know the person?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, that's
Are they recruiting you?
that's a
EXP?
recruit. He's trying to recruit me to Coldwell Banker.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but I
And
thought
you teach him
I'm
the
like,
EXP
man,
class.
I thought I'm like 6 is that the kvCORE?
That'd be really impressive.
Yeah.
Hey, Ralph.
Well, so I'm on this whole thing right now that I'm like doing like my intel. I'm trying to interview with like everybody to find out
Oh.
what everybody's offering, and then like if I'm able to recruit somebody, I'd be like, oh yeah, Keller Williams says this, and yeah, I know, and
I like that.
Coldwell Banker
That's a good
sucks, and that's.
tactic.
Well, let's talk to Kenny Chong,
Oh,
the past
reverse
agent.
Reverse
Everything.
recruiting.
Recruit your recruiter?
Yeah.
Oh really?
So just have coffee
Do
with
your
him.
own.
Yeah.
Do your own.
Yeah, that way, and I get
No, you
coffee.
can do both.
I
I would like
get
to know
free
what you're
coffee. Yeah, I get a free coffee.
We could do another class on that.
Yeah. I can buy my own coffee there.
It
Will,
makes sense.
thanks.
Yeah.
All right, so let's
You know
try that
it's easier
again.
to reach him though, right?
Let's try that again. This time I'll make sure it's the 900.
That's fun.
That came in after.
Yeah, yeah, it did come in. I was like,
Yes, I was like, oh, I heard another phone trying to get the call. Like, that's the one we wanted.
It takes so long.
well, it takes long because it's dialing my office phone at home,
Oh, and
and then it's routing to here, so it's ringing probably like 15 times.
Yeah.
It doesn't usually do this.
Can you talk or sign that document? I sent you
That was funny. That was a good lead. I couldn't set that.
There's 2 signature sections.
That was perfect timing.
Yeah.
with the client.
And no company signature. Or is that them?
Not with the client.
I might have screwed that up, so let's call another number here.
And then I sent you an email about the Jimmy Stevens lead. Like,
That's funny. I was like,
one
wow,
in,
kvCORE even
Fresno.
knows these.
Yeah.
Even tells them
Should post
who's
on
calling.
Right.
What? I just think for 120 something. Like,
150.
just give it to her.
She's not available for 2 weeks. I was like, that's what Rick said too. He's like, well, just not 50-50, just give it to her. But
Oh,
she's not.
I got it.
One moment while we connect your call.
You have reached the voicemail box of 510-881-3558. At the tone, please record your voice message. When you are finished recording, you may hang up or press pound for more options.
Hi, this message is for Daniel. Daniel, this is Ralph Hurtado with eXp Realty. The reason for my call is I noticed you clicked on an ad on Facebook regarding a home on Folsom Avenue in Hayward. Just wanted to check and see if you had any immediate needs that or questions I can answer. You can reach me on my cell at 510-421-1892. Again, 510-421-1892. If you, if this is something that you do want to see in person, send me a text on that number and I will definitely get right back to you. Hope you're doing well. Take care. So, these are leads that I would circle back around. So like, because the system's already going to be texting them stuff and emailing them listings. So I would just probably put a note in here and I would schedule another call in like 2 days.
How many of you guys are actually using our CRM, let alone kvCORE?
A little bit. I'm not using the auto features other than to remind me to call them right now.
Got it.
I like the KV Open House app when it works.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah,
He was saying
that
that.
was exactly what I was just doing. I'm like, oh, this thing's not working right now. But that's
think-
awesome.
What I found is that, because I don't have a cellular connected iPad, so I had to connect it to the hotspot on my phone,
Mhm.
and then at some point it disconnected from there, and